Welcome to today's lecture. As in the series of the types of drama, today we will deal with one of the modern types of dramas, that is the absurd drama or absurd theatre. When we talk about absurd theatre, we have to go into the background of World War II. Absurd theatre is nothing but the reaction to the World War II era. It is the effect of the World War on the whole humanity, on the whole human race. And the effect of World War II can be seen on literature also. Before World War II, the theatre was dominated by Shakespearean type of drama. But after World War II, the concept of drama changed with the arrival of a new type of drama, that is the absurd drama. Before going to discuss the main contents of the absurd theatre, let's discuss the title, that is absurd, first. The term absurd is taken from a Latin word, that is absurdum, right? And it means abnormality, not normal, right? So absurd theatre is totally opposite to the traditional type of drama, totally opposite to the Shakespearean type of drama. So it can be said that absurd theatre is nothing but the abnormal type of drama. And absurd theatre concentrates on the world that is without any base, without any foundation, which is changing always, where we don't find a reality, we just find an illusion, right? Illusion. Here, illusion means just an imagination. Bhas, you are bhram, right? So the world is full of illusion and not of reality. That is the main theory of absurd theatre. Right? The examples of absurd theatre are The Birthday Party. It is written by Harold Pinter. The second is The Chairs by Ionesco. The third famous absurd drama is Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett. Right? So the concept of absurd theatre is a reaction against the World War II. As you know that the World War II destroyed almost half of the world, right? It changed the concept of human life, right? The safe human life became endangered because of the threat of the war. And the dramatists tried to describe the mentality of the people after the World War II through the dramas. They portrayed how the World War II affected the daily life of the common people, the psychology of the common people. Let's move towards the definition and meaning of the word absurd. As we know that absurdism means foolishness. right? Foolishness. If I call someone how absurd you are, right, it means how foolish you are, right? So it does not mean that the absurd drama is nothing but a foolish drama, right? The word absurd means foolishness, senseless, senseless. A person who has nothing to do with other people, right? But of himself only. That is senseless, right? Opposed to reason, right? Viveka Shunya, it is called in Marathi. Means mad, silly, nonsense. That means absurd. Something silly and ridiculous. Ridiculous means we feel, what you say, amused. We laugh at that person. We laugh at that person. If some person behaves in a foolish way, we can call it as an absurd behavior. As an absurd behavior. How you are behaving absurdly means you are behaving very foolishly, like that. So absurd means foolishness, senseless, right? Without any reason, right? The absurd is nothing but a state or condition in which human beings exist in an irrational and meaningless universe, and in which human life has no ultimate meaning. See the word irrational. Rational means a person who is conscious, right? Who is normal. Irrational means abnormal, senseless, foolish, right? And meaningless. The life is meaningless according to the absurd theater. Meaningless universe. And why the universe is meaningless? Because it is one of the effects of the World War II. Meaningless. Most of the countries had been destroyed in World War II. Right? Most of the people lost their livelihood. Most of the people lost their jobs. Most of the people lost their houses, isn't it? Many cruelties were tolerated by the people from soldiers, like that. Means the normal life of most of the people in most of the countries had been destroyed, disturbed by the World War II. Right? युद्ध जे होऊन गेलेलं आहे त्याचा वाईट परिणाम प्रत्येक नागरिकावर झालेला आपल्याला दिसून येतो. People. So it also discusses the effects of the World War on the mentality, on the behavior of the people, right? How they got changed and how the people became irrational and how their lives seems to be meaningless. That is the main focus of the absurd theater. That's a definition and the meaning of the word absurd. Absurd theater, it is a drama, right, that emphasizes the absurdity, the absurdity of human existence by employing, here employing means using disjointed, repetitious and meaningless dialogue, purposeless and confusing situations and plots that lack realistic or logical development. As I told you that absurd theater is totally opposite to the traditional type of theater, like that of Shakespearean dramas. The Shakespearean dramas are full of meanings, full of meaningful dialogues, right? The scenes have logical linking, but we don't have such kind of thing in absurd theater. What absurd theater shows it shows the absurdity of human existence. Absurdity. If my life is in danger for the whole day, for the whole night, for many months, for many years, then what would happen? Automatically, I would have a disturbed psychology because my existence is in danger. I don't know when some bullet will kill me. I don't know when some bomb would explode and destroy my life, right? So I don't know what would happen, right, with me in next moment. What is this? It is threat to existence. It is threat to my life. It is threat to my future. So this tension, this psychological conflict automatically makes my behavior meaningless. And I would have no interest in my life anymore, right? Because my life is totally threatened by death, and it is because of the war. It is because of the war. So absurd theater concentrates on this fear of life, right? So most of the characters in absurd drama, they are in tension. They are tense about their future. What would happen in next moment? We don't have any idea because war is going on. War is going on, right? So absurd drama highlights this absurdity of human existence. Why? I am alive then. If my mother is dead, my father is dead, my whole family is dead, killed by the soldiers, why I am living? My life has no meaning, isn't it? I lost my job. I lost my farming, right? I lost my shop. I lost my business. I lost my country. I lost my village. I lost my city, right? So loss is there, right? So because of these personal loss, I would have no interest in my own life. And this no interest in life means absurdity of human existence. Why am I existing? Why am I living this kind of meaningless life? If I don't have peace of mind, if I don't have sufficient money to pay, if I don't have a family, if I don't have my own village, if I don't have my own country, right? And these are the effects of the war. These are the effects of the war. So the main thing which gave birth to absurd theater is nothing but the World War II and the unsafe environment provided by the World War II. Right? So the peace of mind of the people had been destroyed by the threat to their lives. Right? So absurdism, absurd theater highlights this issue. Right? It also employing disjointed. See, employing is using. What absurd theater also highlights disjointed, right? Disjointed means the dialogues which have no logical connection. If I say, how are you? The expected answer is, I am fine, thank you. How are you? Right? This is logic, right? But if I say, how are you? And if somebody says, I'm dead, or say, I am monkey, it is not a logical reply. It is not a logical dialogue, right? So such kind of nonsense dialogue, baseless dialogues, meaningless dialogues we find in absurdism. But why these dialogues are nonsense? Because their psychology is disturbed by the threat of the war. That's it. So if we are in psychological stress, in tension, automatically it affects our thinking process, and if the thinking process is affected, it automatically disturbs our communication skill also. That's it. So the threat of the war destroyed the peace of mind of the people, and automatically how it Yes, badly impacted the communication, the relationship of the people also. And absurdism highlights this issue also. So disjoint means nonsense connection, repetitious. Most of the dialogues in absurdism are full of repetition. Some words or some sentences are repeated again and again without any need. Again, the same reason. The fear of death, fear to life, like that. Psychological tension, and it's the reaction. So repetitious and meaningless dialogues. Most of the dialogues in absurdism, they are meaningless. Why the characters are delivering such kind of dialogues? We don't have any answer. The probable reason is the characters are psychologically disturbed. That's why their life is meaningful. That's why their communication is also meaningful. Not meaningful, sorry, it is meaningless. So meaningless dialogues are there because their lives are totally meaningless, baseless, purposeless and confusing situations. Purposeless. Many scenes are unnecessary in the story of absurd drama. Many unnecessary scenes, unnecessary dialogues are there. Confusing situations. As we know that one situation in the story has a logical connection with the other situation, right? And if this logical connection is there, then and then only we can understand the story as an audience. But we don't find such kind of logical connection between two scenes on the stage. So no chain of action, reaction is not there on the stage. So we are confused. What is happening on the stage? Again, the reason is the effect of the war. Absurdism feels that our life is always confusing. Our life is not a fairy tale. You know fairy tale? What is fairy tale? Yes. So the life is not a fairy tale. The life is full of problems. The life is full of confusing situations. And absurdism tries to reflect the same on the stage. Absurdism tries to highlight the life of the common people, their problems, right? And the effects of the World War II also. Right? Absurdism lacks plot and the story. The traditional dramas, they have proper beginning, proper middle, and proper end. But we don't find such kind of a good plot in the case of absurd dramas. The concept of plot proposed by Aristotle in Poetics is totally rejected by the absurd dramatists. The absurd dramatists feel that our life cannot be just like a pre-planned plot, right? So our life is full of uncertainties, right? We don't know what will happen next. So the life should be shown in a realistic way on the stage. In a Shakespearean drama, we know proper beginning, proper middle, and proper end, right? But this does not happen in real life. Our real life is full of problems, right? And how the common person, right, faces problems, how he tries to solve such problems, that realistic story should be shown on the stage. And as we know that our life, our real life has no such kind of pre-planned plot. So why should we use the pre-planned plot on the stage also? That's the ideology of the absurd theater. So they try to show the life as it is. without any meddling, without any personal touch of the dramatist, right? So that is the theater of the absurd. So meaningless things are presented on the stage. Absurd drama is the form of man's reaction to the word reaction. So it is a reaction to a word apparently without meaning or man as a puppet. Word without meaning. As I told you, an absurd drama came on the stage after World War II, right? And the World War II affected most of the countries in the world, most of the people of the world, right? So most of the people lost everything in this World War II. Someone lost their lives, some people lost their families, some lost their jobs, right? Some lost their wealth, some lost their shops, some lost their countries, like that. So after losing all these valuable things, right, the world normally then naturally becomes meaningless for a person, right? Suppose that if we lose everything in our life, then what would be the purpose of our life? Our life would be zero without our family. Our life would be zero without our country. Our life would be zero without our job, without our business, right? So most of the people, they have been badly affected by the World War II. The World War II introduced the nuclear weapons like atom bomb. As we know, the drastic effects of the atom bomb, right, exploded by America and Japan. You can imagine its effects on the human bodies even today. So the horrifying effects of the World War made the world without any meaning. The countries like Japan, the countries like Germany, right? They lost everything. Right? These countries have been destroyed by the World War, and this makes the people to live their lives in a great fear. It made their lives meaningless, right? And man as a puppet, see the word puppet. Puppet means baula, Kathputali, right? Dancing doll. You might have seen Kathputli Sakir. So absurd drama believes that nothing is in the hand of a man. Everything happens automatically and we are helpless. The war is pre-planned by some other agencies, right? We have nothing to do with that war, isn't it? Who will win war, we don't know. But whoever wins the war, we have nothing to do with that person also, with that party also, right? So nothing is in our hand, right? So our life is attacked by some unknown forces. Why they are attacking us, we don't know, right? Why they are killing one another, we don't know, right? So these game politics, this power politics badly affects the human race. That's it. So man is nothing but a puppet, right? So the absurd drama tells the reaction of people without destination and direction. As I told you again and again, the effect of the World War II made the lives of the people meaningless, foolish, absurd, and they they did not find any kind of future without destination, right? Suppose that if some country is destroyed, country like Japan, country like Germany is destroyed totally in the war, then the citizen of that country, what kind of future they would desire? They find nothing but the dark, darkness, right? So their whole remaining life is without any future, without any destination. The things like water, food, education, job, money, these things are totally disturbed by the effects of the war. So these people would not have expectation from our life, right? So these people don't have a life with destination. Their whole ambition might have been crushed by the world war, right? So no proper direction to the lives, no proper destination to the lives because of the war. Absurd drama also exists because of a philosophy that human is nothing and he will dead someday. Right? So life is a big zero. That's the theory of absurd drama. Life is a big zero. What is the philosophy of absurd drama? We take our birth, we get the education, we get a job. After getting a job, we just have a marriage, we have children, and we enter into the old age, right? We build a house, we get some money, right? Someone gets bike, someone will get Mercedes, someone get a heap of money. But what happens at the end? We get old and we die. And everything that a person has collected in his life, he has to just give it up over here, and he has to depart from this world with empty-handed, right? So then why to collect the money, why to do all these things, why to have if we have to depart this world with empty hands, right? So we have to dare someday. We can be dead in our youth, we can be dead in our old age also, we can be dead in our childhood, we can be dead in our 40s, in our 50s, in our 60s, right? So death is the ultimate reality, right? And humans is nothing. That's a theory of absurd drama. And absurd drama highlights this theory on the stage also. Because of this war, this uncertainty in life, human is nothing but a puppet, right? And our concentration is on the death only, not on the future of the humanity. And this thing is highlighted in each and every absurd drama. So life is nothing a big zero. Life is nothing but a story of uncertainty. Life is nothing but a valley of darkness like this. So negativity of life is highlighted in absurd drama. Right? Further, we would elaborate the concept of drama in our coming lectures. Till then, let's stop over here.